Hello everybody, I'm Nick, that's short for Necromancer, and welcome to today's Baldur's Gate 3 stream. Last time, we finished up with the opening wilderness zone, and went on to the I guess, mountain pass area? I don't know what it's called. We went to there, fought some ghouls and death knights or whatever. Don't know what they were called exactly. Don't care, because they're super dead now. Also met up with a Gith Creche, and that is where we left off. So, without further ado, let us get in. Let me just scooch over here. And then get over. Yep, get that up. Forgot to switch screens. It's one of those days. I'm recording though. Anyway, let's. Hang on, just a sec. Music, turn off. Also move OBS down. There we go. Perfect, perfect. And now, without any actual delays, let's go. Okay, continue. Okay. So yeah, within this Gith Creche, we entered from a back entrance. Surprised some people, but you know, we're able to keep going. Got an egg from them. We're not going to sell the egg. And drew a face on their portrait of the queen. And okay. Just checking the party. Everything looks to be okay. So, let us recap. Ugh. Sorry, eepy. Ugh. Big you. Okay, you need to be invisible. Already invisible.
There is work to do. Still breathing, despite everything.
I guess you're considered invisible still. Oh wait, actually, I just remembered I did have a plan for something else, actually. Horrible intro, I know. Completely did it for war. But I wanted to just talk to everyone. Just fill out all their dialogue and whatnot. Learn about them.
We must scout the Creche. The purifier, the safest, will be in the infirmary.
Alright. Hatchery with a single egg. How many does a clutch usually contain?
Kalir's clutch held 36 eggs, more or less. Though I've learned of creches that harbored 100.
You look quite humanoid for eggs.
Humanoid. How I despise the term. Githyanki are quite superior to humans. Our biology slates state that Githyanki came to lay eggs after we escaped Illithid enslavement and took to the astral plane. It's an asexual process, a favorable change by any estimation. Hideous to imagine a life where I couldn't partake in the pleasures of sex without the looming threat of bearing children.
Who does...
Shukiani. Githyanki chosen by Vlaakith herself to bear young. The Queen assigns when and where they must lay, and how many eggs they must bear. The Shukiani pass their eggs in the material plane. In the astral, time barely passes. It is a meticulous process, carefully timed so that the eggs hatch at once.
On to other matters.
Go on then.
Creche training room was illuminating. Are they always that brutal?
My own Savage would never have threatened a youngling. A waste of time and energy. The pupils themselves culled the weak from their ranks. I myself felled 4 of my own classmates once Kalir had 100 times circled Tyrell.
For what reason?
Survival. My people have no use for cowards. Every trainee that I slayed was either too weak to withstand the lessons, or was cocky enough to pick a fight they could never win. They underestimated me, so they paid the price. The Githyanki are only as powerful as their weakest warrior. Jaquith de Venzir, the termination of the frail, strengthens us.
About your quarrel with Shadowheart.
It is over where I am concerned.
That's a relief.
It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
With me, or have you been looking differently? Looking at me differently.
I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge you. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland.
And now?
Now, well, you've earned my respect and more still. You've proven your wits. You are efficient and dominant, in and out of battle.
Okay.
You've proven your courage. I swear you would tear the horns off one dragon to plunge into another. And you're hardly bland. Your scent alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end.
Oh my. If you respect me so much, why are you such a prickly grouch?
If you must know, Vlaakith requires everything of her children. I can't count how many bruises I've inflicted. Can't measure how much blood I've drawn in the Undying Queen's name. I know only blood red and death black. My mind is silver, and my body steel. I am what I must be, say what I must be, to survive every beast I face and every wound I bear. Enough talk. I will be plain. I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later. But I want it all the same. Do you?
Hmm. I have to look up if I can date multiple followers at once now. Okay, looking that up. EG3. And you... romance multiple companions. There we go. Okay. Okay. So the short answer is no. Long answer is it's complicated, but no.
Your loss, I fear. One day soon, you will wonder how my lips might have tasted, how my fingers on your skin might have felt. and you will wish you could return to this lost moment. Speak, quickly.
Okay. Well, that's it for Lizelle.
What path lies before me?
Gale.
I need a moment for the two of us.
What's on your mind?
I was wondering about that condition of yours.
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone. An eruption the size of Waterdeep, I think my exact words were.
Okay. Okay, let's see. If you ever feel the magic overtaking you, what will you do?
If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
Never realized it was so easy to cast magic. I say it as a sorcerer who's been able to cast magic since I was a baby.
I assure you it's not. Don't get me wrong, you did well. The somatic component, the verbal component, even the focus on the inner self that invites Mystra in. But I was still your conduit. To perform such a feat alone requires much and arduous study. Of course, as a sorcerer, these talents come to you quite naturally. I do hope you cherish that gift.
Okay. I was wondering about that mighty lord from your story.
Yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic.
Oh, yeah.
Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like to be a god, to know yourself, to be untouchable, to be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
Yeah, no, don't try to usurp the god of magic. That's just stupid. Where do you think your power comes from? Ugh. Yeah. But yeah, and that's why in D&D lore, our spells only go up to level 9. Because 10th level and higher spells exist, but they are banned by Mystra. So at that moment in time, all magic was gone.
For a spell, Mistral was reborn as Mystra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mystra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
What do you make of having a vampire in camp?
I know what it is to hunger. and I know what it takes to keep that hunger under control. He's done that so far, despite his condition. So long as he sates his appetite elsewhere, I'm happy to give him the benefit of the doubt.
And then he just comes in from behind. Okay. There's that. Now, Shadowheart, beloved.
So, that's what people mean when they talk about butterflies in their stomach. Did you want something?
You seemed a little intrigued when Halsin mentioned the dark justicaires.
Wouldn't you be in my place? If there's even the slightest chance that Shah worshippers remain within our reach, we should try and find them. Even if they're all long gone, and that seems quite likely from what we know, who knows what they may have left behind for us to use? My people are nothing if not resourceful. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a dark justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a dark justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. I had a feeling you'd be understanding.
Why were you in pain before?
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow.
So, you knew more than you were letting on? No. What causes it to hurt you?
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
Yeah. Why would she subject you to such a thing?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't think so, but you're sweet to ask. Maybe just be patient the next time you see me wince or cry out. It'll pass quickly enough. It always does. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
Okay, turn to other matters. Talk about your shark.
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
You should trust me, we're in the same boat. Yippee!
Very well. there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shah, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her?
Or they're vilified and whatnot.
Well, if that troubles you, perhaps you should fetch the bailiff to arrest me. Ah, but there's no bailiff here, is there? Just leagues of wilderness and the dangers lurking within. We're in this together. But I'll happily go it alone. My faith will keep me company.
What's like about what happened with Lizelle?
We aren't dear friends now, if that's what you're asking. But I trust we can all sleep a little more soundly in camp now.
I'm surprised he didn't leave.
And get murdered by a pack of goblins or gnolls instead. Lizelle might be a reluctant ally, but she is good at killing. I'll point her in their direction.
I want to get to know
You
you
already
more.
know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
Something besides Char and Tapples.
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
You'll have to point out those night orchids.
It's a deal.
Anything else?
No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memory suppressed, I can't betray Shah's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored.
That seems extreme.
Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shah will reward me when I succeed.
We have something special to talk about.
Very serious of you. But go ahead.
How are you faring?
Always good when I'm with you.
What do you think of all that's happened so far?
All that's happened. You have a talent for understatement, you know that? Specifics, please.
Estimations.
Quite splendidly, to give credit where it's due. You and I have shared some good times together, and it seems we have plenty in common. Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. We've no solid leads right now, though. We'd best get hunting. If you discover anything that might help us, I'm all ears.
What will you do after it?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
Where would you go?
Home. Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
Seems personal.
Thank you.
Cry.
And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation.
What about the grave?
I suppose some would commend our actions. Goblins would have razed that whole place to nothing if it weren't for us. No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problems to contend with.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine. What's on your mind?
Okay. And Starium.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Tell me about yourself.
What's to tell? I was sired by a vampire named Cazador. Everything before that is so long ago it's ancient history. And everything that came after, well, I'd rather not reflect on it.
You must remember your life before that.
I was a magistrate, working to keep the peace in Baldur's Gate, imprisoning troublemakers, that kind of thing. I can't remember much, truth be told. Centuries of torment will do that to you.
How were you turned?
I was attacked. A gang of vagrants, a tribe of wandering Gur, took issue with a ruling I'd made. They beat me to death's door when Cazador appeared. He chased them off and offered to save me, to give me eternal life. Given that my choices were eternal life or bleed to death on the street, I took him up on the offer. It was only afterwards I realized just how long eternity could be.
About your history.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
How does someone become a vampire exactly?
It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free. And a true vampire.
In theory?
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, it doesn't happen.
So there's a monster hunter after you?
So it would seem. Hopefully he bumps into some gnolls while stumbling around at night, and that's the last we hear from him.
Why is he hunting you?
I didn't do anything. I was kidnapped, just like you. It seems Cazador wants me back.
Who is Cazador exactly?
Cazador Tsar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate. The patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
Oof.
I'm not happy about it either, you know. Especially for one of them to turn up. It was a group of Gur that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me.
Can't hold every Gerd responsible.
I think you'll find I can. And there's nothing your bleeding heart can do to change my mind.
So why is someone after you now?
Perhaps. He probably thought it was funny. But more likely, he's trying to send me a message. He's reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, he can reach me. And he wants me back.
Why capture you? Why not just kill you?
Maybe he wants to make an example of me, to show what happens to runaways. Or maybe he thinks death is too good for me.
Well, you're safe with me.
Aha! Safe! You think I'm safe? Do you know the power a vampire lord possesses? He can change shape, turn into mist, call walls to do his bidding, shrug off blows like they're nothing. He could walk into our camp tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you.
Alright, what do you suggest?
First, we have to... I don't know. Well, if we kill his lackeys, he'll just send more. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight.
So about you biting me.
I've already apologized. What more do you want? Unless you're looking for another nibble.
I'm just wondering how we'll feed you in the future.
No innocence. You have my word. Only villains that we need to kill anyway. After all, you know what I am now. I can fight with all my weapons, teeth included. And if I happen to drain the occasional bandit during a fight, what's the harm? They're just as dead.
Sounds good.
As am I. I'm starting to feel a little peckish already.
What do you think is waiting for us at Moonrise?
Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk.
Deal?
I won't lie. It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, I risk transforming into a grotesque monster. If I lose the tadpole, Cazador has control of me, body and soul, and I return to the shadows. It's grim either way. So why not sell what's left of my soul to a devil? Better he has it than Cazador.
We have other options. Trading one master for another. You'll be a slave either way.
You're familiar with the phrase, better the devil you know? I know Cazador. And I'll take anything that saves me from that.
Okay. Well.
Well met.
What do you think of Raphael?
He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think?
With the right teacher, yeah.
Refuse him, no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost will be too great.
Don't worry.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
Tell me, how'd you become the Blade of Frontiers?
My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. After my exile, I was hunting near the Cloakwood. I heard a child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
And he named you that?
No, but he named me friend, and that meant the world. But what of the others? The children never saved. The cries never heard. In the boy's tears, I finally saw the suffering wrought by the villains of the wild. The frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded.
It's nice to finally put a face to the name.
And it's nice to meet someone of your talents. Having a worm wriggling in my skull didn't instill much confidence in the days ahead. With you as my ally, the future looks a little less daunting.
Okay, how's it feel to be a devil?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
Quite the handsome devil.
I can't tell if you're being silly or serious. I'll accept the flattery either way.
A bit of both.
I suppose I'll grow used to the new me. Horns and all. The people will see a curiosity. Maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters. Keep them safe. And one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
Yeah, you should get out of this pact.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
Must be some loophole.
There could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
If we put our worms together. I'm not choosing that, but I will say I like that line. We'll see if it's worth it. We might need the pact.
That has been its tragedy. I've saved so many with the talents of the blade. And without the pact, I'm just a man. And what good is my blade then when it's too dull to split monsters? What good is a flame when a mere breath snuffs it out?
Okay. Yeah, sure, I'll talk to Halson.
You wish to speak?
I have to ask, how do you know so much about the
I
parasite?
studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
Seems like you feel responsible for the Shadow Curse somehow.
Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source.
Do you know how it can be stopped?
Perhaps, but we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
There you go. Let's see. Withers. Karlak.
Hey, soldier.
That the Bull House really heated you up, didn't it, Badum Tish?
What about it? Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots. Granted, the fire lasted a little longer than it should.
How can you withstand that?
Engine heats up the whole system enough not to get burned. Hopefully it will hold together long enough to get tuned up. Let's move, huh? I'm running high and in the mood for a fight.
Still talking to you.
Soldier?
In your expert opinion, what's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
I'd be back home, not a care in the world.
Oh, man. Lucky you. That's the dream. Maybe when this is all done, you can show me where you came from. My family home's long gone, but I'll show you my favorite chow hall in the city, if it's still standing. Soldier?
You and me, Zora, just seem to know each other. How?
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
You think she'll keep coming?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
I can see why you were so keen to escape.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
Oop. And that's it. Okay. And that is everyone. And before we go,
to waste.
Shadowheart had something I wanted to try out. Exposed +2. So, I was informed that
Keep pushing.
Shadowheart has a terrible stat spread.
Ah, another. Thy name has been recorded. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services. As thou desire.
Okay, so do the class change. Except we're not. Except I'm just going to be changing this +1 from strength into dex. Because the bonus to the dex did literally nothing. And having whereas moving it to dex gives a +2 to dex instead of +1, which makes so many things better. Okay. And I'll leave the skills, those seem fine. Actually, I can't check perception. Oh well. And may as well, while we're at this, check out the cantrips. Wish I could change out the racial bonus, Firebolt. But whatever. I never use resistance, so may as well replace that one. Say, Okay, that's actually very nice. And I'm keeping the trickery domain. Because that just feels right. And now to level her up all the way. Up. Oh. See, I never used that. Yeah, may as well. Okay, no real choices. Okay, new cantrip. Gonna go with Toll the Dead, because that's great. And feet. I get one thing that increases wisdom. Nope. Those are just cantrips and first level spells. Nah. Nope. Nada. Charisma. No stat increase. It would be a waste for this since I already proficient in wisdom saving throws. Actually, are you proficient in charisma? Not proficient in charisma or constitution saving throws. But first I want to boost your thing. Even then I'd rather get Warcaster first. No. No. I need to quickly Google this. Just to make sure I'm not just blind and stupid. Okay, ET3. Dang it. Yeah, no boosting feats for wisdom. In that case, I'll save that for later. And I'll get... yeah, Warcaster to maintain concentration, because usually like to have her concentrating on something. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that's everything there. Now it's time to redo the spells. And then we can go. Don't really use Bless that often. Don't use that. Might use that. That's good to have on hand. No. Okay, let's see. And nope. No. Spiritual weapon, yes. Restoration. And you know what? I rarely ever use silence. Actually, oh wait, no, that's always prepared. Never mind. Silence, there we go. Beacon of Hope, Daylight, Feign Death, Glyph of Warding, Mass Healing Word, love that. Remove Curse, Revivify, Speak, Spirit Guardians, eh. Yep, It's not a ritual, though. Spirit Shroud. Oh, that's how they balanced Water Walk. Okay. Yeah, hold person. Because that can be powerful.
Can't give up now.
Okay, and now after an hour of stream, I can go out and actually explore. Yippee. Okay. That's the egg room. There's the funny portrait.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Save.
Even further this
Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's go over here.
Sighted.
Quick save again.
Hey, spies. You should know better.
Forgive me. We have not been visited by an Inquisitor in an age. It is an honor.
I would be more concerned and excited.
artifact, Rastiel.
Loose words are food for gay spies. You should know better.
Forgive me. We have not been visited by an Inquisitor in an age. It is an honor.
Yeah, sure, let's talk.
Stop meddling where you aren't wanted, Istik.
Enough waiting.
And if
I
Lizelle
crave blood.
talks.
I suppose you've never seen a creche under an Inquisition before, Rastil. You are in luck.
Okay.
Let's move.
Loose words are food for gay spies.
You may proceed to the creche.
Now we've got Istik poking around here as well as an Inquisitor.
An Inquisitor in an age. It is an honor.
Another step forward.
Concerned and excited.
Any word on the search for the
Shouldn't have wished to live in
artifact,
more interesting times.
Words are food for gay spies.
Okay. Well, let's see what's over here.
Be cursed.
Rosniorniana Street. How's the lobby? Okay, not even. Yeah, getting close to halfway, but still.
Something over there.
Well, my day just improved. Did you want something?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I can get Scratch. There's his ball. I summoned him. That's amazing. Okay. So yeah, for some reason the summon Scratch doesn't work all the time, but if you throw the ball, that does summon him. Yep. Got that and a ring. Where's look, boy bones. Okay, there are those kobolds that were back at the entrance. Since there seem to be enemies in this general area, may as well sneak.
On my way.
Holy.
Better not be cursed.
Oh, gold.
The blood of Lathander, spilled in holy battle with Samaster, immortalized here for all to worship.
Okay, a log of
So
visitors.
they kept the blood of Lathander here. No wonder it was looted.
Ooh, a Gith longsword. Yeah, doesn't do anything special.
metal blade.
Yeah. The
Must be
stone disc has
Githyanki.
Githyanki runes carved into it. Okay. Was not expecting this.
Don't mind if I do. What's hiding here?
Okay. Oh, what is it, boy? Wish I could tell what you were trying to detect. Okay, already looted you. Bip. Bip. Okay. Okay.
Let's have a look.
Actually, before I break the barricade, may as well go over here. Ooh, some money.
Don't want to draw any attention.
Okay, water, don't need.
Time to press ahead.
That's just alchemy stuff.
No traps, please.
Stand your ground! Keep them busy! The thunder, forgive me. We have to fire the lance.
Talking statues are never a good sign.
Secrecy above all. A magic mouth spell. But whoever voiced it is probably long dead.
Breathe deep and move.
Okay, so this back outside. Okay, there's the front door. Right, okay.
Maybe I should stay crouched forever.
Let's see, over here. Good dressed. Ooh, some balsam.
Arskel Stockhold, Dawnmaster. From death, life.
Steam Mace, okay. May as well read this. Yep. And I'll leave him with his stuff.
Breathe deep and move. What's inside?
And we'll see what's on you. Mutton, okay.
No one back home will ever believe this.
On down. And I've already been here. Cool. Okay, so let's not head up just yet. Let's see. Start with going over here because there was a locked door. I wanted to get in.
Stand your ground! Keep them busy!
Boss.
All right, time to skulk about. Come on, open up.
See if I can. Wait for Shadow Heart. There we are. Nope. There we go. There's guidance. There we go. Ugh, something's wrong with the rolling. Ugh. Don't need the potion. Add that to wares, honestly. Bunch of religious gibberish. Lockpicking impossible.
What path lies before
Oh, there's okay. Excellent. Scroll of Gust of Wind. Will could use that. How do I get in here? Okay. Okay, so that's past this rubble. Here? Okay, I guess it's up and around then.
Wonder if the gods are watching me. No one stopped me yet.
Move. There we go. Move over here, and then I can jump onto those stairs.
Keep them busy! Forgive me. We have to fire the lance.
Let's have a look.
Guardian of Faith. Okay, well, may as well hit the crumbly wall first. Yeah, my arm should be weak. Yeah.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Examine? Okay, when an entity enters attack range, you strike them. Okay.
A Guardian of Faith spell. All this time and it still holds strong.
I'll take this way.
Best get going. Have to keep going.
What should I do?
Victory awaits.
Can I just attack you from out of range? The answer is yes.
Need to act fast.
Okay, well, I cantrips. Kill the dead? Okay. Scratch can set this out.
I am fury. I am death.
Okay, and you can simply just range attack. Yeah, just basic. Okay.
Allow me to demonstrate. Of course.
And yeah, just firebolt. Okay, can't move it. Understandable. Yeah, I guess just firebolted since it's not gonna move, so no point of the
Need to stay focused.
the cold beam. Yeah. Okay, may as well send that axe to camp. Where is it? There it is. Ah, it's a +1 weapon. Gilded
Anything of
chest.
use?
Maybe scroll the fire shield. Okay. That to Gale. Let's give that to Wares. That to Wares.
I'll take that. Still me, even after everything.
let's see. I could jump out here. Question then would be, I guess it would be a shortcut.
What to do?
But unless it up.
Blacketh's will be done. Show no mercy.
Enchanted door. Okay.
Ready and
Anyone
willing.
have a remove something? Dispel magic. Stokers.
All right, what now? Bet I can crack that
Let's
open.
try lockpicking. Oh. Didn't even need to do anything about the enchantment. And it literally just sent us back to where we were going.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Okay, what's this? Old maintenance records. Under the caretaker when oiling the machine. Make sure you don't grease the statues themselves. The stones become loose of late and it has tendency to slip.
Moving in. Looking ahead.
Ooh, a pouch. Where is the pouch? Yeah.
Open up. Something good here, I hope.
Okay, does this just go up to the roof? Giant eagle. Well, let's talk to it.
I want to have a word.
Intruder! In my nest! This area was meant to be safe! Savior, get behind Mummy!
Not interested in the... I'm just interested in the device. It's not your nest.
You would accuse me of a crime in my own home! Outrageous!
Oh, I don't want to hurt them. They're just birds. Oh.
Something's on my mind.
Intruder! In my nest! This area was meant to be safe! Savior, get behind Mummy!
Yep. Perfect.
Fine. Xavier! Xavier! Don't talk to it. It might have germs.
I love her.
Can't slow down.
Ah! A screech to shred the strongest eardrum. It's calling for help.
Well, that was a mess up.
I'm ready.
Like said. Oh, okay.
Mistra Rill.
Okay.
Still breathing, despite everything.
May as well try to keep everything in order. Bonus actions. Let's see. So I've moved to common. Cancel. Bonus actions. Don't have any. Why would I?
Talk to me.
Okay.
On I go.
Creator. Destroyer.
Let's see. What is Sleep doing? Third level. Okay, 40 hit points. Bonk you would work, but eh. Okay. Let's start with a second level of this.
Torment!
Okay.
Time to strike.
And like so. Yeah. That's chaos. Okay, let's see. Everyone's health is still fine. I'll just do that.
No choice but to keep going.
You're right next to me, unfortunately. Yeah, I never use this.
I don't fancy their chances.
Okay, and may as well cantrip. Did you again? Yeah, no. Okay. Zell, if you can do that to knock them out. Yep, knocked out. Good.
Can't give up. Not now.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Okay, knocked him out. And they died because they were on twisting vines. Shit. Okay, whatever. Gotta do alchemy ingredients, so let's see what that does. Eagle feathers. Pegasus feathers. Can't do anything with that. Just don't have enough. Okay. Yeah, sure. What's the potion flying cost? Any essence suggests eagle feathers. Okay, cool. Okay, ceremonial warhammer this time. Where did it go? There it is. Yep, just send that to camp.
Very well.
I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that thing. Maybe that's what happened to those Gith nearby.
Cutting to the chase.
That does nothing. Here. Okay. Okay. Just still burning up these vines as they messed up some non-lethal planzo mines. Okay, can't reach over there. Oh, well, the blue jay's here.
Glorious! Feathers bloody everywhere, mate! Feels good to be home in my nest.
That's great. Where's my reward?
Sorry. I'm just a bird. I don't have things to give you. Although, when I escaped the eagles, I spotted something buried near that ferry dock. Might be worth a look.
Hmm. Let's see. Here. Read. This stone disc, blah blah blah. Location, good. Close to road, but secluded. Blah blah blah. Okay.
A fallen Githyanki warrior. A creche must be close.
Still alive, so that's progress.
I love my invisibility eye.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Okay, firstly, let's see what's over that way.
Moving ahead.
Over here, because I can jump down here and feather fall so that I don't suffer anything. And we can see what is going on.
What's in here?
Nothing. Oh, painted chest. Fancy. Ooh, Holy Lance Helm. Okay. Consider giving it to Shadowheart. Okay, cast Featherfall again. Yep.
Never a dull moment.
Okay. Over here, in theory. Okay. Light? Okay. Lightning bolt? Okay. And just hand that scale. Why not? Okay. Check that. Wolf Novice Monk. Rumors of a Githyanki sighting in the region. Dawnmaster's Inner Circle think we don't know, but it's all anyone can talk about. What do they want? Could they be after the blood stuff? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so they died.
Just out of view. Don't give me trouble now.
Okay, get guidance. Perfect. Good, good. And step back and let Shovel beat the sneak. Ramishkas? What are these things? Funny little cats. Okay. Magical allergy. Okay, cause random effect. And ambushing. Okay. Joke's on you. I have sea invisibility. See if there are any more of them. Okay, Vermishkas, no. They are all good. That being said, I can distract them if I've... Yeah, try and attack them. Ugh, 16 HP each. Ugh. It's definitely gonna use spell slots. Okay, Shovel, you run over here. It's a little scamper. So fast. And end turn. Oh god, perfect. So many within fireballing.
Such an undignified position to find oneself in. Let's explore.
Sneak here. And fireball. Yes. And familiar is allies, so it won't be hurt.
Won't know what hit him.
What's that ghastly sound? Almost sounds like weeping.
Zero on his save. Huh. Okay. Okay.
Still in shadow.
Zell. See if you can do something. Oh, you're unstable. Oh, all of them are unstable. Suppose I'll wait until after they're done being unstable then. Okay, missed that. That sucks. And Silvery Barb, second level. Okay. Let's do another that.
Mishkas. They don't react well to magic. Better be careful with my spells.
Word is a bonus action. Let's see. This will be. No. 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 Some spell I can hold this. Still curse, no. Green fear, enemies abound. Gal enemies abound this one. Okay, and that's all I can do. Oh, there's more on the roof. Okay. Okay, Gale. Oh, nope, can't action because Fireball passed, I guess. In that case, big healing potion. Literally all I could do. Oops. You know what? Can I enemies abound the Panther? Okay. And now level 2 healing word.
Let me see your wounds. Take two.
That's the best I could do, unfortunately. Get the dog in to attack the cats. That
So much for peace.
circle. Do I have a spell fix? Oh, okay. Let's see. You know, I'll just first level this. I slipped.
I can smell the alcohol on their breath from here. Drunk and flammable. What a combination.
Yep, and Gale, I will take you up on your word there. Do I Misty Step or something? Why don't I have Misty Step or something? Ugh. Such a big blunder on my part. Should have gotten that. My bad.
Victory awaits. Taste my fury.
Up. Okay, good. You know what? Also turn that on. Oh, the Kobold Scouts are here. This is not going as well as I thought. Okay, let's see. First off, I'll get in here. And I'll just pop a small little healing word. Okay, and still got an action. Yeah. Okay. You run over here. There we go. Good boy.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Let's see. This isn't a real thing. What does Firewine Belly do? Ew.
Cutting to the chase.
Okay, that's fun.
Swords meet sorcery.
And let's see. Yeah.
Time to strike.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if this part. Ugh. Waste of sorcery. Pummel strike. Yeah. Ah! God damn it. Ugh. Able to dash up to us. However, they plan to get up here. Okay. Nah.
Another fight. Let's go.
Still don't know where those kobolds came from.
Can't slow down.
Ready.
And you're still missing action.
On my way.
Let me recite their demise. May it please, Mistra.
I will ascend.
Yep, and you can dash.
On the move.
Okay. So let's go ahead and heal.
Take your...
Okay, so that's how hiding works. Okay.
Nothing will stand in my way. Don't want to draw any attention. One day, I'll catch a break.
Battle of wits.
I will ascend.
Okay.
I wonder if this is worth the cost. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I speak, they burn.
And jump. Jump's a bonus action. Good.
On the double.
That. And just chain reaction them. Awesome.
Let's end this.
Time to push my luck again.
I am fury. I am death.
Yeah. Again, conveniently all together in one place. There's a kobold hole. No, Shadowheart. Never gonna firebolt.
Never a dull moment. Fall by my hand.
What's the plan?
fools these mortals be.
Tail. You.
Can't give up.
Victory awaits. Swift and lethal.
No time to rest. No traps, please.
Okay, just small dagger. Okay. No, not mage hand. Okay, all the fires died down. Okay. Ooh. Send that to camp.
It's been a long day. Better stop to rest soon.
Indeed. Was not planning that battle to be so big. Yep, that little hole. I guess that's a thing kobolds can teleport through.
Need to find a way forward. More for me.
Okay. That. Ooh, tail. Cool. Scroll of Darkness. Gale already knows that, I think. If not, I know it, so it's fine.
Come on, open up.
Okay, give me guidance. Let's go. Oof.
Lost in thought.
I've got a long road ahead.
Okay, well, lockpick again.
Don't give me trouble now.
Let's just go. Crap. Yeah, same exact result. God damn it. Okay, there we go. That got it. Yeah.
No time to rest.
And now for this one. Good, got it. Elixir of necrotic resistance. Neat.
These boots have seen everything.
Record of complaints. Okay, complaints to the Dawn Master. Who allowed a pilgrim to pay for wine with a cat? And what sort of cat even is it? One of my novices told me they saw it grow to the size of a humongous hound. That was moments before it attacked. The poor novice didn't stop trembling for a 10-day. Please, I beg of you, can we just accept gold for goods like ordinary folk? And for God's sake, call in on someone to get rid of that nasty animal. So that's how that little infestation started, I guess. And before we go out and keep exploring, we should take a rest. Okay. Boop. Yeah. Burp. Okay, all good. And long rest. Select. Bah. Yeah. Well, save complete. Good. Okay. Get that.
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
Alright, what now?
Seems like we partied a little last night. Oh, may as well finish waiting for that timer.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Okay, there we go. Oh, Shadowheart, you have something to say?
There's something I've been wanting to share with you, if now's a good time.
I'm all ears.
It's difficult to put into words. I think it might be easier to just show you. Use the tadpole. The connection. Come into my mind.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I trust you.
Okay.
I don't remember how it started. Only how it ended. I was fleeing.
Ooh, cutscene.
She asked my name. I can't remember what I said. I can't remember anything before those words. All I know is she saved my life and gave me a new home with Lady Shah. That's all I remember.
Something sparks in your memory about Selûnite rites of passage. You heard once about how they would send their children out into the wilds, to navigate their way home.
No wonder.
Lady Shah. But yes, her and those who saved me and taught me her ways. The Mother Superior. She made me who I am. At least as best as I can remember. She taught me, trained me, punished me when I failed her. Which was often.
Must have been important.
Perhaps I was. She sent me on this mission after all. Very serious of you. But go ahead.
How are you faring?
It's strange. I've been dwelling on what I told you before about wanting to become a Dark Justiciar. But perhaps I should be content with my lot. I'm already blessed to have you at my side after all.
Okay, cool. Quick save.
Here we go.
Okay, back to exploring.
Best get going.
Something over there.
Yep.
What's that?
That reminds me, I forgot to summon the familiars. Here's after this. Ooh, gold necklace. Okay. Add to wares. Okay. First off, meat. I don't know why there's a little exclamation point there. Row. Where is the bunny ball? There it is. Yes. And Gale will summon the closet. Closet will become visible.
No one stopped me yet. Never wanted the easy path. Still alive, so that's progress. All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Okay, and another way back up to the roof. Okay.
Can't give up now.
Now let's see. Okay, so up here is just above that door. No. Okay. Okay, there's stained glass window. Ah! Here's where those ceremonial weapons go. Yep. Okay.
Seems simple enough.
Dawnmaster Stockhold. Dawnmaster Seed. Dawnmaster Versailles.
Okay, so I guess the idea is you gotta match which one goes to who. Or possibly not. Okay, where... Okay, nope, that is in fact the wrong location.
The monastery's notable keepers adorn these intricate panels. The reconsecration of the monastery, conducted by Dawnmaster Seed. Dawnmaster Versailles wielding... The rest of the inscription and picture has shattered away.
Okay. And
Should more than suffice.
I need that HP. And go over here.
What's hiding here? No one back home will ever believe this.
And got you. Loot you. Yes, you can. Yeah. Yep. Oh, and there's the mace. Kobold journal. Ooh. Collection of drawings, some cruder than others. Most of them feature kobolds in varying degrees of nakedness. Some performing blah blah blah, while some on each other. Final pages, however, feature more varied subjects. Soaring dragon, Githyanki, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Neat.
What's in here?
Exit that to camp. Peace out.
Indolence breeds madness.
Take this thing of wine to camp.
Found and taken.
I've got a long road ahead.
Okay, no.
With haste.
Bottle.
Action, not reaction. Securing.
Okay, again, sending that to camp.
Is that blood? No, never mind. What's inside?
Assume nothing.
Okay.
This'll do.
Send to camp.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Open up.
There's a wood barrel. And next to it is another wine. Okay.
Indolence breeds madness.
Okay, pick that up. Very good. And send to camp.
Looking ahead. At the ready.
Okay, I think that's all in that room. Now over to the next one.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Okay, anything there? Nope. Anything here? Okay. That's just water. And we could have just walked up there the entire time. Well, nice to know that now. How to best get upstairs? Probably back the way we initially went, I suppose. Okay.
Stand your ground! Keep them busy! Commander, forgive me. We have to fire the man.
Okay, time to finish this here puzzle.
Let's move.
Okay. Now that. Over this way. There we go. And put the mace here.
No traps, please.
On Master's Crest. Yeah. And note to next Dawn Master. I think we're going to make it, but the blood is secure. Closed up. Closes off with magic. Only one of our own can take it. If anyone else tries, the walls will fall, and they won't get out of here alive. Should that happen, pray for but do not mourn. It's for the best. In death, new life always. Alright.
This blood sounds important. Could it still be here somewhere?
The monastery's notable keepers adorn these intricate panels. The reconsecration of the monastery, conducted by Dawn Master Seed.
Okay. Now. And now I think that's about all in here, probably.
Still breathing, despite everything. On my way.
Okay. And now let's just go back to the Gith.
Those words are food for gay spies. You should know better.
Forgive me. We have not been visited by an
Yeah.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Okay. Quick save. And now let's see what's... Ah, this must be the cloak.
What's this, Rajak?
Now, Kachuki! We're busy!
What's in the chest?
Wouldn't you like to know? No. Nah, we're having fun.
And intimidate these little gremlins that I'm about the same size of.
Fine. If you're going to be a big baby about it. A big, ugly baby?
The same height as you.
Open it up then. It's all yours.
A couple turns should do it.
I gotta have to try that again. There we go.
Your face, Kachogi.
And another one of these, but luckily it's just one.
Anything of use?
Your face!
Yeah. I'm more curious how you got that in there.
If I'm seen speaking with an Istik, Captain Thurizin will never let me join the patrol.
How much further can I go?
Yeah. Okay, finally, as you mentioned, after Mother Gith freed us from our Illithid bonds, Mother Gith traversed the plains, discovering civilizations among the stars. She conquered, she colonized, she controlled. All the while, Zerethimund questioned. He and his disciples struck with words. He claimed that because the Gith had been born anew, we did not know ourselves. In building an empire, we proved ourselves no better than our former slavers. Gith reiterated, Gith retaliated with silver. So began the war for one sky. Blah, blah, blah. And that's basically just talking about how they're in normal D&D, there are two Gith types.
What to do? Very well.
Istik, are you supposed to be here? Maybe I should report you to the Savage.
That they let outsiders into the Creche sets a bad precedent.
This Creche's bunks look entirely too soft for my liking.
Yeah, they probably
Dustel Stornagos employs some intensive methods for a healer.
What business have you in a Creche dormitory, Istik? Move along.
Here goes nothing. Never a dull moment.
Yep. Noveloid tank. So I think this will be leading us to that another attempt at trying to get rid of the brain worm. But seeing as it is just about time for me to go, I mean, like, it's close enough. It's close enough. I think now is a good wrapping up point because we did a hell of a lot in today's session. We entered a very big battle, explored the top of what was supposed to be the dungeon leading into this area, and yeah. So, I will save. And no. Go bap and go bap and go bap. So, thank everyone so much for watching. If you're watching this on Twitch, please give me a follow. If you're watching this over on YouTube, please like and subscribe and comment down below what I can do better in the future. And no matter which platform you're watching this on, please consider going to the other one to do the stuff there, because that would help out a lot. Anyway, yeah, tomorrow I will be doing some Fallout New Vegas with Horde Bort. We will be continuing on and going into that one vault that I forgot the number of that we ended in front of. And next Monday, we will be doing some Monster Hunter Wilds because there is a Street Fighter event going on. And then I will be back to more Baldur's Gate 3 next Wednesday. Yeah, again, same time, 1 p.m. Pacific. Anyway, again, thank you all so much for watching, and let me go find someone to raid into. Seth Os is streaming, so I'll go right into him. So yeah, again, thank everyone so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!